Hi everyone, how are you guys all doing? Um, okay, music, stop, stop. Okay, there we go. Hi, why can I? So, hold on. Okay, I can still hear myself. Maybe not. Okay, all right. Hello everyone. Sorry. Hello Sandra. Welcome in. And I can still hear myself. Dang it. What is going on? Okay. All right. Let me introduce Miss Annie.
Hey,
And Annie, I'm gonna let my dog out, and then I'm gonna see if I can't this echoing in my ear.
hey, Ivy, welcome in.
All right, go ahead.
Y'all have those days when you had your hair up all day long and you take it down and it feels so good.
Yeah, I did do that. Hopefully the dog won't start whining again. Okay, you know what?
You're walking like your
I'm
knees
gonna.
going better.
I'll be. I'm still here. I just need to do something
Okay.
real quick.
How are you ladies this evening? It's been a rainy, dreary day here.
Why I'm hearing everything twice. What is going on? Okay, maybe I figured it out. I did. Phew, good. I didn't have my Bluetooth on. And so I was hearing everything
Have you got
twice.
it? Uh,
Yeah, just I'm coming back in.
Pretty good now, Sandra. Well, generally when I take my husband to work, it's a 24-minute round trip. And we left at about 20 till 5 this evening, a little bit early because it was raining. And I got home at 10 minutes after 6. There was a high school place a couple of towns over from me, and the guy was on the interstate at 100 and some miles an hour, hit another car, then hit a cop car, and then hit a bridge abutment, and the car caught fire, so it shut the interstate down. So all the traffic came down Route 60, which is the road that I run on. So yeah, I got to sit in traffic for an hour.
That's no fun. All right. He's
Yeah.
over there on the couch asleep. I'm not hearing any echo, so that is good.
What are we
Praise
thinking
Jesus.
for?
Oh wait, no, he's back at my door. Dang it. Hopefully he'll go away. All right. I'm gonna start. But welcome in. Hello, Ivy. How are you doing? I'm going to spray some water here. Get this all wet so my paint moves nicely. Moving my fan so it's not blowing in my face. And then we're going to get started. I'm going to do a little bit of blue. Of course, you guys all know this is going to be a spring painting, and I'm gonna have some a little bit of pink as well, and white.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot and didn't do the angle. Do you want me to change the angle like I had it
So
before? So
I think you got it set up now.
you like it the way it's set up now, or do you want me to move it where you can see my palette?
I would make it bigger though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Duh.
There, I think that's
Oops.
fine.
Well, now you can't see us. Hold on.
Oh, well,
Let
yeah.
this
Duh.
do that.
I was like,
Okay, there we go.
right.
Yep. Okay, you can see a little bit of my palette.
Yeah. Anthony said something at the doctor's. By the way, he did really well. It hasn't grown, so we are just going to continue to observe it. He said as long as it's not causing him any pain or discomfort, we're just going to leave it be.
Oh, good.
And but he was just like, I was telling him about his ears itching so bad, he's going to put him on some steroid ear drops.
Mhm.
Uh, it'll help with the itching. Because he said his ears are clear, and I said, I know. I said, but he just digs them all the time. And he,
Right.
so we're going to try this to see if it helps that. But when he went to look at, what is it, ophoscope? Is that what that's called?
Mhm.
He don't like to do anything invasive with his. Sometimes it upsets him. And he put the cover on it, and he said, "You know what this is?" And Anthony looked at it and looked at him. He hasn't said this since he was really little. He was like elephant looker. He said, "Yep." He said, "We're going to look for elephants." That's what he used to say when he was little.
Oh wow.
And I
Cool.
was just like looked at him. He goes, "Boy," he said, "It's been a while since I heard that from him." And I was like, "Yeah, me too."
Right. Well, he's getting more vocal. It seems like.
Yeah, yeah. Now he was vocal the whole time we was there, but he was singing. I've been working on the railroad and Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. And if I'm sorry, I love that song. I sing that song when I'm by myself. And Bill
Right.
just looked at me and he goes, well, I said, that's his happy song. And I said, leave him
Mhm.
alone. If he wants to sing, let him sing. I said, it's better listen to him scream. But on the way,
Right.
we're stuck in traffic. He does well for 45 minutes tops. It's one of the
Right.
reasons we travel. And
Right.
so I'm sitting here where Bill barely got Bill to work on time for him to clock in. We was on the way back, and I'm like, "Oh, please have cleared up. Oh, please have cleared up." And we hit it. Anthony decided tonight he didn't like the book we were listening to.
He didn't like what?
He didn't like the book. We were listening to "Working for Bigfoot," which is a Dresden File book, but he been listening to it for a couple of days, and he's fine. He just didn't want it today.
Right.
And he kept saying off, 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 off. And then we were sitting there. I was like, well, do you want to listen to something else? Because he was getting agitated. And I was radio, and I turned the radio on. It was all commercials, like 5 minutes worth of commercials. He's like, off, off, off. And I'm sitting there. Sitting still, by the way, before I say this, I'll prep completely sitting still. Traffic was not moving. Got my phone out and turned on my Spotify playlist and started playing 80s rock. And
Right.
I was just like, I kind of turned and looked at him a little bit. And I was like, how about that? And he goes, I do this. And I was like, okay. So we was good all the rest of the way home.
Well,
I
that's
told
good.
Andrew, and I said, thank you for talking me into getting that Spotify account. I said, because that really helped.
Hi, Chris K.
Hi, Chris K. He loves music, but he don't like commercials. He's like his mommy.
Right.
If you can fast forward through him, he's fine, but you can't do that on the radio.
Right.
But yeah, he did. I mean, all in all, he did really good. Way better than what he used to.
Right.
Because
Okay.
Bill called at 7. He goes, "How long did it take y'all to get home?" I said, "It was 15 after 6 when we got home." And he goes, "How did he do?" And I was like, "Well, I'm in one piece and the car's in one piece, so it wasn't too bad."
Right.
And then my nephew came through because he had to divert from the interstate to come down 60 to get home because he was stuck on the interstate for 2 hours behind this wreck. And
Mm-hmm.
right where I drive, he said when he went down the hill, went around the curve, there was a huge boulder covering both lanes of the highway.
Oh, wow. Hey, Larry.
Hey Larry, and I was like, man, I said that had to have happened after I come through there. I said because there was nothing. It was bumper to bumper traffic going 4 miles an hour.
Wow.
I kept looking at the speedometer. I was like, God. I'm glad I had a super. He said take that hill though.
Right.
But yeah, so I had to call Bill and tell him and Walt to be careful coming home in the morning in case they don't have it cleared up.
Right.
Because West Virginia's fix for everything is just put us on up. Hey Lacey,
Hi, Lacey. Yes, ma'am. I can't see anything right now, so you'll have to help me because it's not exactly. Let me go over on the YouTube side. Yeah, I see. I still don't see Lacey. That's weird. Trying to get this all uh, dry before I rinse it with water. Actually, I'll go ahead and do it now because I have to do another thing to it. I have to get my other tools. Oh,
so we have a pond.
hmm?
A pond.
Yeah, sort of.
And I heard the most wonderful sound in the world this morning, or on the way home this
Did
evening.
you?
Yep, the spring peepers are singing.
Mm.
My absolute, I will turn the radio down and open every single one of my windows in my car so I can listen to the peepers sing when I drive by. Bill thinks I'm insane.
Cool.
He's like, it's just a bunch of noise. And I said, no, the frogs are singing. Winter's over. It's our turn. We have a wetlands about midway down our road, and there was a
Yeah.
lot of complaints by landowners for a very long time, and the state finally stepped in and bought it uh, because they couldn't build anything on it because it's a certified wetland. I'm like,
Right.
you knew it was certified wetland. Why would you try to build something on it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's also for the peepers. I can't remember. They have a particular name, the ones that are here, but that is their one of two habitats left in Putnam County. All the rest of the habitats have been taken.
Right.
So I want to see the population looks like because I think they're just cute as a button.
Yeah. Okay. Now we get to start doing some funner stuff.
Thunder
If
stuff.
that wasn't fun. Funner stuff. If that wasn't fun.
I thought it was
Well, let's say maybe not funner stuff. How about more detail stuff.
Say, yeah. Okay, I'll take that. I was watching a video last night of a mom and son from the UK trying US snacks, and the look on her
Yeah.
face with some of them was just hilarious. She like put it in her
Right.
mouth. She goes, "Oh," she's like, "I do not like that." And he said, "Mom, smell it before you put it in your mouth, so you know what you're expecting."
Right.
Evidently, and I don't know this for a fact just by going because I've been following your channel for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Salt, pepper, and Worcester sauce. That's their seasonings, pretty much. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, paprika. I
Uh-huh.
know I can't live without spices.
Thank you, Lacey.
Hmm. There we go.
What?
We can hear you here.
Oh yeah. It didn't cancel it out that time?
Yeah, no, it did. That's why I said now we can hear you again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I don't talk when it's on because I don't want you guys not to be able to hear me.
Well, you can just talk to yourself and pretend we can hear you.
Well, I do talk to myself, but I wasn't talking out loud.
Me too, Lacey. Spring and fall, my two favorite times of the year. It's also the floodiest time of the year around here.
Yeah.
And I have my 2026 burn, got it early, so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. I pulled it. I made a pot pie, and I have like an oven safe skillet, and I just made the pot pie in it, and I was like, I'm doing it in there. Took it out of the oven, put it on top of the stove, closed the oven, turned the oven off, turned around, poured a cup of coffee because I like to let it sit for a minute or two, and was talking to Renee on the phone and turned around and leaned down and put my arm on the handle of that skillet.
Ouch.
And Renee's like, "You burned yourself, didn't you?" I was like, "Shut up." Yes, I at least once a year burn myself. And this way I got it done early. Yeah, Bill asked me when he got up and he was looking at my arm, he said, "Do I need to wrap you in bubble wrap?" It used to be I would either cut myself or burn myself at least weekly when we
Yeah.
first got married. And his mom had given me an old hickory that
Mm-hmm.
his dad sharpened. I still have that knife. It still holds an edge, and it belonged to Bill's grandma. And I
Yeah.
absolutely love that knife. Bill bought me a set of knives. It has been 35 years ago. The name, I've had them for so long that the name has rubbed off the steel. So I can't remember what
Right.
brand they are, but I still have them. And I am very atrociously mean to anybody touching my chef's knife.
I don't like Ron touching my knives, but he does it anyway.
They're too hard on them. They don't know how to use them correctly. I don't even
Well,
like Bill touching
it's not for. Well, it's not that Ron's too rough on him. He cuts himself.
No, Bill just wants to use the wrong knife for the wrong job.
Well, Ron does that too, and I I'm tired of fighting with him, so I just don't fight with him anymore about it.
Oh, I do. Bill learned really quick. Don't touch my knives. Don't move my spices. I don't care if somebody
Right.
uses my spices as long as they put them back exactly where I've got them. And Bill's like, but there are not
Yeah.
many here. I said, sweet spices for baking, savory spices for cooking. They each have their side in the
Right.
cabinet. And I said, the ones I use the most are to the front, and then just as I go by. And he said, well, that
Hmm.
don't make any sense because he got in there and put them in alphabetical order, and I got really, really mad at him.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I was like, no. I said, you don't touch a woman's spice cabinet. He looked at me. He said, what? I said, have I ever gotten in your wallet? He said, no. I said, that's my spice cabinet right there. He said, well, you could if you wanted to. I said, I have no desire to go in your wallet. Whatever's in your wallet is none of my business. And
Right.
he said, well, why? And I said, it's my spice cabinet is mine. I don't rearrange his tools. And if I use one of his tools, I always put it back exactly where I got it from. I said, you can show me the same respect. He did finally learn how to put all the dishes back in the right spot and in the
Ron
right.
does that. Ron does that okay, and if he doesn't, I just change it. I just move it. But
Oh, no, it's like
no.
Bill doesn't stack them according to size.
Mhm.
The time you get in there to get something, you have to move everything to get to one thing. I was like, if you just stack them according to size, it'd be a whole lot easier to get things out of the cabinet and into the cabinet.
Right.
It takes up less space. So he finally got, and he was really, really tough on Andrew about doing that, right? And when
Mhm.
Andrew left home, and because Andrew and Bill did the dishes 95% of the time, and
Right.
when he was gone, and I was noticing, I was like, Bill, he said, what? I said, do you remember all those times you jumped your son because he didn't stack the dishes according to size? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to teach him better. And I was like, go in here and look at that cabinet, Bill. And he goes, he has to do as I say, not as I do. And I'm like, no,
Right.
it's such a turd.
Exactly.
Oh, my daffodils are coming up. They are poking. Their green leaves are up,
My daffodils and my tulips are
and
coming up.
my tulips are up, and my crocus is up. So yeah, it's not too far away.
Yeah, my crocuses too.
My goal this year is I want to get a lavender bush for the yard. Not lavender.
Mhm.
It's not lavender. I have lavender. I'm not talking about lavender. I'm talking lilac. Or a lilac
Oh,
bush. I love the
I
smell
want a
of lilac.
lilac bush. I don't have room for it in our backyard. I guess I could get one in the side yard.
Hey, Greg, welcome in.
Hi, Greg. Welcome in.
Oh, it's Royce I'm hearing.
Yeah.
No, I kept turning around thinking it was Cash behind me.
No, it's him.
He
He
does that. That's the way he sounds when he wants out.
well, he wanted out because he was whining, so I let him put him out of my room, and now he's sitting by my door whining again. So it's like, you little stinker. You really don't know what you want.
No, they're like toddlers.
Hmm.
Renee got her first taste of wasabi today.
Did she like it?
No, she did not. Renee doesn't like spicy food at all.
Ah,
And she was like, do you have any idea how hot that stuff is? And I was like, oh, yeah. I said, Andrew talked me into trying it once. She said, once. I said,
right.
that's all it was once. I said, that was enough for me. Uh, I don't
I
mind.
I
I
don't.
don't mind horseradish if it's cooked like on a roast or something. I don't like it like raw. But She was like, Andrew eats wasabi all the time. He talks about it. And I said, yeah, about a spoonful. Hey,
Yeah,
Mary.
Ron loves wasabi. Hello, Mary. Ron loves wasabi. I don't mind it. I love horseradish. Um, absolutely love horseradish. And the wasabi here in the United States is made out of horseradish. So,
Well, she got sushi. Her and Johnny got sushi today, and
oh, I
it had,
love sushi.
and she decided she was going to try something. She said, "I won't try it again." I'm taking that to me. She didn't like it.
Right.
I don't care for it. I love pickled ginger though. Oh, I can eat my weight in pickled ginger.
I like the pink. I
Yeah.
don't like the yellow. I like the pink.
Oh, they're going to try Anthony on. He said he needed to research it to make sure it won't mess with his medications and that he'll tolerate it well. A new allergy medicine.
Yeah. And I just went too far over, so now I have to fix this. I didn't want to come over here. I wanted to stop here. So, what do you guys think? How do you think I'm going to have to fix this?
You're going to
What
have
color?
to dry it and paint it blue, back white and then blue, and then
Yep.
sparkling your green.
Yep. I got to get it dry, completely dry, so I can do white and then blue. I went too far. Sometimes I make mistakes. You guys don't see all the times I make mistakes when because I
Hey,
just don't show it.
learning how to fix mistakes. It's not bad.
Hmm. Right.
That time it was you, wasn't it? Here we are.
And it's
Yeah,
thick.
right. On the farm I grew up on, we grew our horseradish because my mom was like my son. She ate it. She'd sit there and gnaw on it.
Yeah.
Well, she liked
That I
radish
don't.
too, and I don't care for radish.
That I don't know if I could not on it.
My mom always had to put radish in the salad, and since we made family style, I'd wait till everybody got theirs up. I'd take mine up, and I'd take and pick all the radishes out and throw them back in the bowl. Like, nope, not eating them.
Yep. I'll be right back. He's starting to do more than just whine. Well, I'll wait. If he barks again a little bit, I'll have to get him because I can't have him barking when Ron is.
You should flag this, Connie, for one of your cards because I'd make a beautiful greeting card.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. There it is. Hold on. Let me go grab him. I think we need to be a Just messing with my ribbon. Dang it. But I'm clean. Where's your umbrella? Just so you're aware. I really hate the idea that I'm going to have to start possibly doing my lives out. Get down. Come on in. That or I'm going to have to change the way I have my table. I used to have my table where my back was right by the door. And that way he could get to me, but he couldn't get like in the room. You have to move, buddy. I got to have this card over here. Good little. Thank you. Okay, now I'm back. Okay. I'm putting some shadow to these blooms, like underneath them. Not a lot, just a little bit. So I added some pink or some red in with the pink to give a darker color to these blossoms.
They look like blooming chestnut trees.
I don't know what they are, but they're pretty.
They make you sneeze and they stink. You see how beautiful they are? They are truly that beautiful, but they stink. They smell like dirty socks.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at Bill and I said, how can something taste so good come from something so smelly? I love chestnuts.
Yeah.
First time I smelled one, I was like, we were driving down this one, we lived out on the farm, and I was driving down the road and I kept sniffing and I'm like, what is that god awful smell? And Bill kept laughing. He goes, oh, I have no idea. We got up there and I was like, oh my God, what a beautiful tree. And he said, that's that god awful smell. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary, it could be mimosa trees.
Yeah.
That is something we didn't do this year. We should have done that this year.
I did not like that. Paintbrush was not what I wanted it to be. Sometimes I don't have the chiseled edge on it, and it gives me a shadow where I don't want it to have a shadow.
Yep. I have a hazelnut tree in the backyard, but squirrels get all the nuts. So
That's too bad. I love hazelnuts.
yes, we used to usually roast hazelnuts and chestnuts in the wintertime. We'll gather them up in the fall and we'll let them dry out a little bit and then roast them up. And, oh my God, they taste good.
Mm-hmm.
I had never had a home roasted chestnut until me and Bill got together. He's like, oh, you got to try these.
Right.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I guess tomorrow we'll be doing our veggie. Thank you, Mary. Ordering.
Yeah.
Never once had I seen a gurney commercial on YouTube until we went to the gurney site the other day, and was looking
Mm-hmm.
at the site, and he said, "Go ahead and get a catalog too." He said, "That way we can just sit down together and figure out what we want to order, and then we can go online and order it." Every other commercial on YouTube now is for gurneys,
Of course.
and it's the
Because you.
same commercial. It's like I looked at Billy's wife and thinking, at least change it up. I do like Gurney's plants and stuff and seeds. They do really well.
Yeah.
Uh, do you know what I haven't seen? At least not around here. They may still be around, but I'm just not seeing them. Is burpees. You hardly ever see burpees brand anymore.
I don't
And I used to
pay
always buy
attention.
because they bloom the best.
Yeah. I don't. I have never noticed them.
Can't y'all just see a loon standing in the shallows of that uh, pond?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was something else me and Bill was talking about. We never heard the loons last year, so we're hoping they'll come back this year.
Yeah.
We used to have a pair that nested across the highway from us. Hear them calling at night. They're scary until you realize what it is, what you're hearing, and then you just sit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't like how this. I'm going to darken this change just a little bit.
Okay, here we go.
I didn't want to see all the shoreline. I just want to see some of the shoreline. So I'm going to cover some of it up.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
There. That way it's
It
there,
looks
but it's not
better.
like,
Yeah, it looks better.
yeah.
This looks natural. The first one looked man-made because it looked like everything was placed. So this looks better.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, let's see. All right. I think this is done. So I'm going to go ahead
And
and
very
sign.
prettily too.
Huh?
I said, and very prettily too.
Yeah.
I would think that would make a nice card. That's beautiful.
Thank you. So I haven't mentioned it, but we had a rough day today. I told Annie our fridge decided to quit on us. And I have another fridge, but it's a really tiny one. And I'm going to tell you what, there is no empty area in that fridge now. It is completely packed full. And now we got to go get a new one.
It's almost always like that. Man, that is a very round O. Good job. And I'm sorry, y'all. I was just impressed with that.
The what?
Your O. It's almost a
Oh,
perfect circle.
yep. Happens that way sometimes.
Yeah,
A
my
lot of
friend
people.
said,
I've had a
"Man, I
lot of
like it."
people ask me how can you write with a paintbrush? I'm like, I just do it. I don't think about it. I've done it for so long because I know a lot of artists that cannot do that. They'll use after it dries, they'll use a marker, and I'm like, no, I've never used a marker, not even one time. I have always just painted my signature, and maybe that's why, because I never thought about doing it any other way. I was watching a video where they did the poor paintings are very pretty, but I thought of Connie cringing over all that wasted paint. You are so right. I I think it's interesting, and I tried it once, and I'm gonna tell you, the whole time I'm like, I'm gonna have to throw away all that paint. That's no good.
Now, see, I did pour paint for a little bit, and I learned how much to use, so you didn't waste a lot because paint's expensive, as you know. And I was just starting, to do stuff like that. I kept looking out. I was like, I can't throw all that away. And I was just like, I got little cups, and I figured out if I just did little bits of paint, you could cover the cans. I don't understand why they waste it. I don't know why they use as much paint as they do, because it just seems unbelievable.
Exactly, and there's some actual painters out there that put great big globs of paint on their canvas, and then they end up wasting so much because it's just too much on there. I can't do it. And yes, Mary, you know me well enough to know I can't do that. I just can't. Just like just now, I just picked up every little bit of paint that I could and put it back into the bottles because there's nothing wrong with it, and I'm not gonna waste it. And maybe that's silly, but oh well. That's just the way my brain thinks. I've always done it, and so yeah. And if it starts to dry out a little bit, I add a tiny bit of water in my paint, and it goes reconstitutes it. But like now, okay, so here's some I can't use. Like this yellow, it's got green mixed into it. Can't do that. And there's a little bit of red that's got pink. I can't do that. But everything else, I was able to pretty much pick up. The black is almost dried out, so I won't pick that up. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Sandra. Now I'm gonna. And these paintbrush are the weirdest paintbrushes. This is this is a blender, and then this one here is a buffer, and that gives me the water look
Yeah.
that I go for. Sometimes I'll do it in the sky too, but that's yeah. I've got two of these buffers, and then but I only have one of the the bigger one. But yeah, and then of course you see me with all these paintbrushes that are different shapes, and these are actually supposed to be wax for wax painting, or not wax, chalk painting. But I've never used it for chalk painting ever. So yeah, and that is that. So I'm gonna call it a night so I can get this dog that's at my feet whining out of here. So he'll go down and sleep. But I'm gonna let me show you this to you. I guess you guys can see it really well, can't you?
Oh no, that's good right
Right?
there. Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah.
I could take a walk
I
there.
think it's what?
I could take a walk there.
Yeah, me too. So I'm going to put this over here. Drop that, of course. Pick this up, and I'm going to clean
Night,
this up.
Larry.
Good night, Larry. If I don't wash this right while I'm here,
You'll forget.
I forget, and then I have to come back the next day and wash it. I hate doing it. But let me take care of this so I don't get bladder. That.
Night, Greg. Night,
Good
Mary.
night, Greg. Good night, Mary. You guys have a good evening. I'm just gonna clean this. Oh, that's gonna have to soak. I think I let it dry too much. I'm gonna have to come back and scrub it a little bit. But there we go. That is good. So, thank you guys for coming, um, and thank you for just having a little chat, of course, and for being here, supporting me. And we will see you guys all um, on the next one. Let me do this really quick. Um, There we go. So you can see us all better. So you guys all have a good night, and I will see you guys all on Saturday night for bingo. So you guys have a good night. Bye. Thank you, Annie, for coming. Uh-oh, she muted. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. No, I was saying it. I forgot I muted. I was blowing my notes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Bye.